Welcome back to My Life on a GLP-1. This is the podcast where we talk about the real lived experiences on these medications. I'm your host, Scott Johnson.
And I'm Sarah. Great to be with you again, Scott.
You too, Sarah. I decided to stir up the pot today with a heated debate that sits out there. So, summer is here, travel plans are in full swing, and that means we need to talk about one of the most common questions we get, the Great Vacation Dilemma.
Ah, yes. Do you pack your pens, or do you take a medication holiday?
Exactly. It's a question that brings up a lot of anxiety for people. I mean, who hasn't stood in an airport security line with a little insulated pouch, feeling like you need to explain yourself?
Oh, absolutely. The awkward shuffle as you pull out your medication. It's a whole thing.
I had a TSA agent once look at my Zepbound pen, hold it up, and ask me with a completely straight face, "Sir, is this a Sharpie?"
No way. A Sharpie? What did you say?
I just said, "No, it's not a Sharpie. It's $500 worth of medication I'm suddenly regretting bringing." And in that moment, I realized the dilemma is so real. You just think, is all this hassle worth it?
It really is. Or that moment you get to the hotel room and you're staring at the mini fridge, wondering if it's even cold enough to store your meds next to the tiny, overpriced bottles of water.
Right. The anxiety is real. And it's not just us. There are over 15 million Americans on these medications now. So millions of people are facing this exact decision every single time they pack a suitcase.
So today, we're going to dig into it. Should you take a break for vacation? And spoiler alert, the answer is almost always no.
Okay, let's be honest about why people even think about leaving their medication at home. It's not just the logistics, though. That's a big part of it.
It's definitely annoying to plan around refrigeration in airports.
But there's also that little voice in the back of your head, the one whispering about the pasta in Rome or the key lime pie in Key West. It's the food freedom fantasy.
Right. That voice sounds a lot like freedom, but really, it's just setting you up for regret later. It comes down to a few key things, right? The logistics, the social awkwardness of explaining it to people.
And that hope that without the medication, you can have a more carefree, celebratory vacation eating experience.
All of which are completely understandable feelings. But they just don't stack up against what we now know about stopping these drugs, even for a short time.
And this is where things have gotten much clearer recently. The science has caught up, and the data is pretty compelling. It really is. A major analysis from late 2025 confirmed what a lot of us suspected. When you stop taking a GLP-1, the rebound in weight and other health markers is significant and happens pretty fast.
Oh, it's a fear we all know too well.
Yeah. The body basically starts an aggressive campaign to reverse all the progress you've made.
Exactly. When you skip a dose, the drug's effects start to wear off. Those signals that were telling your brain you were full and satisfied, they fade. And suddenly the food noise comes roaring back.
And I can't think of anything I want less on vacation than food noise. The whole point is to be present and enjoy the experience, not spend the whole time in a mental battle over every menu.
It's not a willpower problem, it's a neurological one. Your brain literally starts experiencing hunger differently again. And while a week isn't a year, the mechanism that causes that major weight regain, an average of 7 pounds by the way, it starts the moment you miss that dose.
Okay, so let's tackle the biggest excuse, because I used it myself for the last 3 years, the logistics. People think it's this incredibly complicated process, but it's really not.
Right. It seems more intimidating than it is.
First, it's a weekly injection. You just pick a day and stick to it. If you cross a bunch of time zones, you might shift it by 12 or 24 hours. It's not that complex.
I can confirm that with all the travel I do.
Second, the storage. An insulated pouch from a pharmacy costs like $15. You keep your pen in there, in your carry-on. Never, ever put it in checked luggage. The cargo hold isn't temperature controlled and can ruin the medication.
That is such a critical point. Always in the carry-on.
And finally, the airport friction. Get a simple letter from your doctor explaining you need to travel with injectable medication. I've done it a dozen times, and that Sharpie incident was the worst I ever got. Honestly, it was more funny than stressful. The planning is so much easier than the recovery.
And here's the part that I wish someone had told me before my first trip on medication. Vacation is actually better.
Yes, this is the big secret.
Vacation eating on these medications isn't about deprivation. It's about precision. You order the thing you really want, you eat it mindfully until you're satisfied, and you walk away from the table feeling good, not like you need to be rolled back to your hotel room.
Exactly. That pizza in Naples tastes just as good when you have two slices and feel great as it does when you eat the whole pie and feel miserable for the rest of the day.
And it's not just about food. People on these meds often find themselves enjoying more active vacations. They're hiking, swimming, walking through cities for hours.
And feeling more confident, being in the group photo without hesitating. That's the real vacation freedom, not a third trip to the buffet. Pausing your medication isn't a shortcut to freedom, it's a detour away from it.
So let's run through some quick practical strategies. First, talk to your doctor before you go. It takes 15 minutes and solves most of the stress.
Yep, your doctor will have opinions on this. Don't be embarrassed to ask. Get that letter and a printed copy of your prescription. Don't rely on your phone battery. Pack that insulated pouch and use it.
And when you're there, lean into it. Share plates, split desserts, focus on the amazing experiences you're having, not just the food.
The bottom line is clearer than ever. The science says don't stop. The logistics are manageable, and the experience is better. So pack the pen, book the trip, go enjoy that pasta.
Well said. The best souvenir you can bring home is feeling like yourself, and your medication is a key part of that. So if you are planning a summer vacation or weekend getaway, let me remind you to do something first. Please take a moment to leave us a review or 5-star rating wherever you stream your podcasts. Then, open another browser and start searching for flights. We appreciate your support so much. Now tell us, Scott, I know you have some wise words of advice before we wrap up today, right?
Of course I do. And thanks, Sarah. Vacations and holidays are not just an opportunity to try new drinks or cuisine. They are about experiences, seeing new sights and meeting new people. They are about swimming in the crystal waters on an island, showing off your new body, or getting on a roller coaster because you now fit in the seat. Most importantly, they are about experiencing a different culture or environment that offers an incredible experience. You want to relax on a vacation, not stress. But your vacation is about real experiences, and food is only a small part of that. Remember, be diligent and safe in your travels and focus on the amazing experiences and memories you bring back. We are transforming our bodies to live life to the fullest. So, on behalf of Sarah, I'm Scott Johnson. Oh, yeah, sneak peek. I'm going to have an exciting announcement next week that is definitely worth tuning into. So, book a flight, enjoy that vacation, and always remember to love your journey.